resort island with winds over 115 miles an hour. You can see down power lines and trees everywhere. Some buildings were also damaged. The storm, which also flooded homes, knocked out power to more than 25,000 people. Schools will remain closed until Monday.
Your exclusive AccuWeather forecast with Christy Seekin on Fox 10 News.
Obviously a very active hurricane season, but look at us. We look fantastic right here in the valley. Beautiful weather out there, nice and warm, 94 degrees at Sky Harbor. In fact, so calm we're not even registering any wind right now. Now, while there's plenty of activity to the north and to the west of us, Arizona for the most part remaining mostly clear. A few high clouds out there just pushing through the northwest corner of the state. But all in all, the weather pattern we're going to see is a dry and a warm one. This cold front that's bringing a lot of the activity to the Pacific Northwest, it's just going to skirt Arizona, help to cool us a few degrees, but otherwise it's not going to affect our forecast here. In terms of temps right now, we're looking great out there in Lake Havasu at 95. Cooler, of course, into Prescott at 77. Nogales about 10 degrees warmer than that. 70 into Show, low 80s for Sedona, and 82 degrees right now for Winslow. The valley still on the warm side in many areas. Places like Ahwatukee still in the upper 90s at this hour. A little bit cooler into Deer Valley at 91 degrees. 91 for Fountain Hills as well, and into Buckeye and Goodyear. You're looking nice as well at 93 degrees. Today, well, we came in well above the seasonal norm, 7 degrees in fact, when we hit 96 for our afternoon high. Normal temp for today, finally guys, we're in the 80s, continuing with that downward trend as we start to cool off in fall. Back in 2015 though, we still had triple-digit weather in the forecast. I want to give you another quick look at what's going on in the Pacific Northwest, show you all of the rain as well as some hail and gusty winds that we've already seen with this first system. Now, these are reports of storm damage and storm activity that you're seeing on your screen. In particular, I wanted to show you this report that was made of half-an-inch sized hail. That's on the smaller end of some of the reports that we've seen thus far. And we saw those pictures earlier of the water spout, the tornado moving inland. Well, we're also seeing extremely gusty winds. A report earlier this morning of 84-mile-an-hour winds. So obviously significant event. We'll be tracking that for you throughout the course of the weekend. Temperatures tonight in Arizona will be very pleasant. We're going to see some cooling in places like Prescott, where we're down into the upper 40s, 67 into Yuma, 40 for the Grand Canyon, and upper 40s for Show Low, Globe 56, and then 48 degrees for Douglas. For tomorrow, we're looking at numbers that are in the 70s for many locations. In fact, Window Rock, you'll be at 77 degrees, St. John's at 83, in the mid 70s for Show Low, mid 90s for Casa Grande. 94 into Bullhead City, Prescott, upper 70s, and then we'll see mid 90s in places like Yuma and Gila Bend. So we're continuing to see that warm weather pattern, but tonight should be nice out there, cooling down to the mid 60s across the valley. Those numbers running above average really for the next several days, but you'll notice as that cold front just kind of pushes through northern Arizona, we will see a little bit of cooling, dropping down to 93, potentially 90. But even as we start that work week, great temperatures, guys, and we'll continue to see 90s really until the end of next week.
Okay, one more week and that's it.
Holding you to this.
The last day.
That's it. We put our foot down then.
Yeah. Well, hey, if you got a road trip plan this weekend, maybe you're going to go up north, look at the leaves changing. The prices at the pump are going back up, I'm sad to say. AAA Arizona showing the statewide average price for unleaded regular